Hello students, today we will discuss anti-diabetic drugs. It is very important topic as per your exam point of view and also for clinical practice. These are the contents. So what are the definition of diabetes mellitus? It is characterized by hyperglycemia resulting from defect in insulin secretion, action or both. But what happens if there is chronic hyperglycemia? Yes, it is associated with long-term damage of and dysfunction of eyes, kidney, nerves, heart, and blood vessels. These organs are mainly affected. Others organs are also affected. Classification type 1 and type 2 and gestational diabetes. Other types are monogenic, pancreatic, and drug induced. Yes, some drugs can also induce diabetes just like corticosteroids, but these are rare. Most common are type 1 and type 2, and gestational is diabetes occur in pregnant females during their gestational period. Then from where insulin is secreted? From the pancreas, isolate of isolate of Langerhans cells, and there is complex of cells of delta cell in purple, then beta cells in light blue, and alpha cell in dark blue. So insulin is secreted from beta cell, yes, and glucagon from alpha cells. So first pre-pro insulin is produced where there is A chain, C peptide, and beta chain. From there, sp cleavage and folding disulfide bond formation, it produces proinsulin, and then finally C peptide release away and form the insulin, which contain A chain and B chain of 51 amino acids. And type 1 diabetes mellitus is genetic, lead associated with HLA-DR3 or DR4. Then it is autoimmune disease and leads to beta cell destruction and ultimately severe insulin deficiency. That leads to type 1 diabetes mellitus. Then beta cell defect, type 2 diabetes mellitus occur due to beta cell defect. It is genetic, environment and obesity play some role. Then it leads to abnormal secretion by beta cell defect and insulin resistance by obesity or lack of exercise, and relative insulin deficiency, while in type 1 severe, and leads to type 2. Risk factors for type 2: age, yes, higher age is more associated with type 2, while lower age associated with younger age associated with type 1. Family history: obesity, yes, abdominal fat is important. Ethnicity, yes, we Indians are more prone for diabetes. Then GTM, gestational diabetes, or infants more than 4 kg. Then hypertension, hyperlipidemia, then impaired glucose tolerance. These all are the risk factors. Then diagnostic criteria according to WHO or according to American Diabetes Association: fasting plasma glucose if more than 1 or equal to 120, it leads to confirm our diagnosis of diabetes, or 2-hour plasma glucose more than or equal to 200, HbA1c more than or equal to 6.5%, while random plasma glucose more than equal to 200 with symptom of diabetes only can be diagnostic of diabetes, while pre-diabetes are different according to WHO and ADA as seen on your screen. Then insulin action, what the insulin does, it increases rapid action, it increases transport of glucose, amino acid and potassium into the cells. Then intermediate within minutes, stimulation of protein synthesis, inhibition of protein degradation, activation of glycolytic enzyme, glycogen synthase, decrease in phosphorylase and gluconeogenic enzyme. Delayed means in hours, it increase in mRNAs for lipogenic and other enzymes. Okay, then this picture shows clearly what happen in liver. In liver, insulin increases this protein synthesis, lipid synthesis, decreases the ketone body formation and decreases the glucose out. While in fatty cells, increase glucose entry, increase fatty acid synthesis, increase triglyceride deposition. And in skeletal muscle, increase glucose entry and increase protein synthesis. Regulatory factors of insulin, yes, some factors are stimulatory, some are inhibitory. Stimulatory are glucose, amino acid, hormones, acetylcholine, beta adrenergic stimulant, while inhibitory are hypoglycemia, beta blockers, alpha stimulants, alpha adrenergic, and potassium depletion. Then diabetes sign and symptom you already very well know: frequent urination, thirst, hunger, weight loss, vision, blood vision, cuts that don't heal quickly, skin infections, yeast infections. Then types of insulin. There are some are rapid acting like Lispro, Aspart, and Glulisine. Some are short acting like regular insulin. Some are intermediate acting like insulin zinc suppression, suspension, or NPH. Then long acting are glargine and diatomir. So according to your requirement, you can use any one. If you know, if you need 20 round the clock 24 hours suppression of glucose, then long acting is preferred. Then if you add insulin with every diet, then short acting or rapid acting is preferred. Okay. Then uses apart from diabetes, burns, hyperkalemia, and anorexia nervosa is insulin is also useful in these conditions. Then classification of oral hypoglycemic agent. Yes, oral antibiotic drugs. Oral antidiabetic drugs are that enhance insulin secretion, like potassium ATP channel blockers, sulfonylureas, glibenclamide, glipizide, gliclazide, glimepiride, then meglitinin analog, repaglinide and natiglinide, then DPP4 inhibitor like sitagliptin, vildagliptin. Then some are that overcome insulin resistance, mostly biogonides, metformin are used. Pioglitine also overcome insulin resistance. Then that retard carbohydrate absorption like alpha glucosidase inhibitor, acarbose and voglibose are mostly used. Then some are miscellaneous drug like bromocriptine and SGLT2 inhibitor like dapagliflozin and canagliflozin. These are the classification. And what are the mechanisms of action of sulfonylureas? You see in this picture, there is a potassium ATP channel, and sulfonylurea and maglitide both have similar mechanism of action. It inhibits this channel and increases the concentration of potassium inside the cells, and that leads to increased influx of calcium ion that ultimately releases the insulin from the insulin granules. And similarly from this side you can see ki there is a incretin receptors. Incretins are GLP-1 and GIP, and that ultimately by it is a G protein coupled receptor, and it ultimately releases the insulin secretion. So exenatide and liraglutide are GLP-1 agonist which used in this place, and this GLP-1 or GIP is metabolized by DPP4 enzyme. So sometimes we use DPP4 enzyme inhibitor like sitagliptin and vildagliptin that increases the concentration of incretins, and ultimately insulin secretion is increased. Then sulfonylurea classification, there is first generation like tolbutamide, chlorpropamide, second generations, and now third generation glycoside. So we already discussed the mechanism of action, no need to repeat it. Then pharmacokinetics, these are well absorbed orally, hypoglycemic effect line leads to 12 to 24 hour, and 9 metabolized by liver and excreted by kidney. So these are the drugs, sulfonamide, their doses you can refer from this slide. Then ADR of sulfonylurea is most common ADR is hypoglycemia. Other are weight gain, hypersensitivity, or others are rare, but most common is hypoglycemia and weight gain. And sulfonylurea is as a oral hypoglycemic agent. It is effective in type 1 insulin dependent diabetes mellitus IDDM, very long standing diabetic coma, surgical diabetes, pregnancy, lactation. In this we use only insulin. Then contraindicated in these type 1 pregnancy, lactation. Then there is some drug interactions. Some drugs increases the action of sulfonylurea, some decreases the action of those. The drug that displaces plasma protein binding increases the action. Then metabolic inducer decreases the action. Then meglitinin analog like repaglinide and natiglinide mechanisms are same. You can discuss. We can discuss previously. These are the dose and frequency. Then GLP-1 mechanism we already discussed. GLP-1 receptor agonist like exenatide and liraglutide. Then These are subcutaneous. These are subcutaneous. Liraglutide, exenatide, albiglutide. Then ADR is nausea, vomiting, pancreatitis. Pancreatitis is most common ADR of this. Then contraindication of GLP-1 agonist is medullary thyroid cancer. So it is used as a monotherapy or as adjuvant. Then DPP-4 inhibitors like gliptins, we already discussed their mechanism of action. Yes, we already discussed their mechanism of action. ADR maximum is pancreatitis and with sitagliptin, and CHF with saxagliptin. Others are also joint pain reactions. These are also used as adjunctive drugs. Then alpha glucosidase inhibitor like acarvos, voglibos. You can see in this picture this alpha glucosidase is the enzyme which metabolize in our intestine convert oligosaccharides from to monosaccharides, means glucose, and that monosaccharide is absorbed and increases the postprandial hyperglycemia. But when we use their inhibitor, alpha glucoside inhibitor, this glucose is less formed and so less absorbed, and so therefore it is very useful in postprandial hyperglycemia. ठीक है, तो we uses on their discuss their uses, but side effect is most common abdominal discomfort, flatulence. These are side effect. These are the dose and frequency. Contraindication renal failure, IBD. Then biguanides, that metformin. It is first line drug for diabetes, and it is a euglycemic drug. Means it cannot cause hypoglycemia, and it also improve lipid profile. Then biguanides is AMPK activator, means it in fatty acid increases the fatty acid oxidation, glucose uptake, decrease lipogenesis, decrease gluconeogenesis. So it decreases the intracellular ATP and increases cyclic AMP. So it is AMPK activator. So its pharmacokinetics is excreted by kidney, clearance by GFR. So cautiously used in renal failure and increased risk of lactic acidosis. So it is the most common side effect of this lactic acidosis. Side effects are most, but lactic acidosis was the serious one. Other are and vitamin B12 deficiency due to interference with absorption. It can occur. Uses in all type 2 diabetes mellitus, PCOD. Yes, PCOD is very important use. Then AIDS related metabolic syndrome. Antipsychotic induced weight gain, maybe we used it. Then contraindications in renal insufficiency, hypotensive, heart failure, alcoholic. Yes, some drug interaction can also occur. Then this is our first part. We discuss second part in next video. Thank you.